play. You know, one week one guy may have, you know, 7, 8 catches. The next week he may have 2 or 3. You know, but nobody's complaining about how many catches that they get because, you know, I started early. You know, those guys know that the type of offense that we're in, anybody can get the ball. It's an explosive offense, you know, but we don't have any selfish players. You know, I've all told them that in the beginning. I won't have selfish in my room. You know,
How's James coming along?
He's coming along. He's getting it kind of slow in the beginning, you know, but it's a lot different from, you know, high school, you know, making that leap to the collegiate level. You know, it's almost like the pros here.
The difference, I mean, people keep saying Devontae, but you kind of had to play Devontae when he was a freshman, didn't you? I mean, it was different depth-wise, I mean, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was different. You know, you had, you know, Bellamy, you know, you had Andrell Smith, Scott Ratcliffe, so, you know, we were thin at that position. You know, Damon, he was kind of on and off, you know, kind of with injuries, you know, so we were thin at that position at the time. He came in at the right time and, you know, had to, you know, force him to play a little bit early. And so, you know, he bought in. It was slow, but, you know, he did a great job.
How awesome for Michael Lee to not only to be back, but to get one.
I'm excited for that kid because he's worked his butt off. And, you know, when you talk about unselfish, you know, he's a kid that, you know, he didn't complain about, you know, not playing. You know, he's a competitor. He wants to be on the field, you know, but he knew that it was going to take a little time, you know, because he was playing behind Robert Clark and Eli Rogers. And, I mean, those guys, you know, were playing pretty good. You know, so I was excited to see him catch a touchdown.
How close is he back to the original Michael Lee Harris?
He's made some plays out here on the field, you know, that, you know, everybody hadn't seen, you know, but I think he's pretty close.
You kind of asked everybody, is that lob to Parker unstoppable? I mean, is there a way to defend that?
Well, I won't say it's unstoppable, and if I told you, then everybody else would know how to stop it, you know, but it's just about him positioning himself and, you know, Teddy making a great throw, you know, so he can go up and attack the football. So I won't say it's unstoppable, you know, but it's on Parker and on Teddy as well.
Not saying that you know, as a wide receiver, not a coach, how nice is it to see him get that foot down?
Wow, it's just awareness. You're just glad to see that. You know, you're on the sideline and you see him go up and make a play, and you see it a little bit like, man, look like he's trying to get his toe down. You know, so for him to see that, Coach, I got my toe in, call it. You know, I was telling Coach Strong. You know, he did an unbelievable job. You know, like I said, he positioned himself that he knew when he comes down, he's going to be in bounds. And I was excited.
Yeah.
You have such characters on this wide receiving core, and Devontae is so quiet. What is that mix like? How do they get along? And is it nice having a quiet guy in the mix?
That's just in front of you all. I'm telling you, Parker, behind closed doors, he's just like the rest of those guys. He is funny. I mean, very funny. But, you know, you got, you know, different types of characters in the room, and the one guy may be down, and a guy will say a joke, you know, to get him going. So, you know, we all get each other going. Heck, I may be down one day, and they may say a joke about me, you know, to get me going, you know. So we all feed off of each other, and I try to keep them going, you know, as a leader in that room, and, you know, to go out here and compete.
Is there a leader in the room in terms of guys wearing helmets and pads?
You know, Copeland, you know, he's done a decent job of leading. And but you want more, you know. You want more because I told those guys when I played, you know, the coach is coach, and this was the players' team, you know. And you wanted to get to that point where, you know, the coaches are coaching the guys, and correcting errors, and, you know, coaching the technique and fundamentals, you know. But when it comes to get practice going, you know, hey man, something's not right. Let's get it fixed. Let's not wait on coach to say something.
Are you competing against yourself at this point? I mean, you've got, you know, this last game was pretty much a blowout. The next game you're favored by quite a bit. How do you stay motivated?
Well, you just got to stay humble, and I mean, that's my biggest thing, just staying humble, because that's the type of person that I am, and I wanted to feed off, you know, to my players, you know, because you're always competing. You're competing against yourself first anyway, but we never underestimate anybody, you know, because any given Saturday, Friday, Thursday, you know, you don't know what team's going to show up in your stadium or show up at their stadium, you know, ready to compete, and everybody's going to give you their best game because they know you're ranked. You know, everybody's, you know, hyping us up and everything, so you're going to get everybody's best game, and I just got to make sure those guys know that.
I'm pretty sure you were in camp at the Bengals with LaVell Boyd, so I'm sure you heard some of the Afros talk back then. What has that become, and how much of a tradition and a fraternity is that with the guys you have?
They love it. You know, the guys went out and they bought, you know, got the T-shirts and everything, and, you know, they're excited about it. They're trying to get me to wear my T-shirt, you know, but I still got it on my chair, you know, in my office. You know, I'm not going to wear it yet, you know, because I feel like we're still not there yet, where we need to be. So am I not calling the guys afros? I'm not saying that, but my expectations of this group is very high. So I just feel like, we win, because of what those guys do, and we lose because of what those guys do, and they contribute to the team, and we got to understand that it's afros means a lot, it's tradition behind it, and we got to carry ourselves with pride, like that.